Firstly, the personnel should wear gloves in a lab. Choose a suitable glove based on chemical being used. Also, double gloves can be used for multiple line of defense. Next, avoid using floor or hallway as storage area of chemicals. It may cause trip and spill the chemical. For the treatment of chemical spill, notify the lab staff for them to clean up the spill appropriately. Then dispose the contaminated materials correctly according to the proper procedures.
There are 3 safety protocols that have been applied inside this video. Is number 1, personal protective equipment. Lab assistants and students are required to wear the proper clothing like lab coat, gloves and closed shoe to minimize direct contact with the hazardous substances. Next is effective communication. Proper communication was established by calling for the lab assistant when the incident happened. And the third one is proper cleanup procedure. The lab assistant followed proper cleanup procedures, demonstrating the significance of knowing how to safely handle chemical spill. This includes using appropriate materials for cleanup and disposal. There are 3 lessons learned from this simulation video. Number 1 is immediate action is crucial. The video emphasized the need for immediate action when chemical spill occurs. Delayed response can escalate risk and compromise safety. Second is adherence to PPE guidelines. Wearing proper PPE is non-negotiable. The video showed the importance of adhering to PPE guidelines to protect people from potential exposure to hazardous materials. And the third one is training and education. The video proved the importance of proper training and education for laboratory personnel. Knowing how to respond to chemical spillage is a fundamental aspect of laboratory safety.
The OSHA regulations for chemical spill responses are primarily detailed in the Hazardous Waste Operations and Emergency Responses Standards. These guidelines require employers to follow specific procedures to safeguard workers who may be exposed to hazardous substances. Firstly, employers must adhere to established work policies, practices, and procedures to protect workers from hazardous substances. Training in operating procedures, using and maintaining spill control equipment, and addressing associated hazards is essential. The use of solidifying agents, neutralizers, or absorbents to facilitate spill cleanup is emphasized. Employers are responsible for shielding workers from anticipated hazards during response and cleanup operations. Spills without emergency consequences are not covered by emergency response requirements, and guidance is provided on training requirement to employee managing spills.